Hey guys, what up? It's your girl, and today I want to talk about why I never manifested my SP back. So, if you met me like a year ago, I think almost over a year ago, you probably knew that I was really into law of assumption, and I was a law of assumption coach because I genuinely believe that you can manifest anything and everything in your life just by speaking into existence. And I do agree with that to an extent. I think I want to talk about like what changed my perspective and how my life experience really changed why I no longer do that anymore. So I had always known about the secret and the law of attraction. I've seen the books, I've seen people like talk about it, and I always thought that it was a scam. Like I always thought Rhonda Burns and all that, like they were hiding something that kept people in the loop of being addicted to their desires. And the main point that you have to understand when it comes to manifesting and succeeding in life is just to detach. And at that time, Rhonda was not teaching that. And it wasn't until she came out with the book, The Greatest Secret, after she had met the teacher, Laura Lucille, who was taught by, I forgot his name, but he's a very, very, very powerful non-duality teacher. Until then, I couldn't vibe with her teachings because she had learned finally what I had been taught through my spiritual awakening. And I don't want to go into too much into that part in this video. But basically, I had this pattern with guys in my early 20s where they would show up and they were super obsessed with me. Like they would think I'm the greatest thing on earth. I was this magical, beautiful princess. I was so beautiful. I was so successful. I was so like genuine, kind, caring, all that, right? And then either within 3 weeks, 3 months, they would disappear. And they would always create some type of excuse telling me like, oh, I don't have a house yet and you deserve somebody that can take care of you in a house. I'm just super busy right now. I'm not able to give you what you deserve. And they would remove themselves from my life. And this would frustrate me to no end. When I was that young, I thought relationships that started out with like that huge, like excited feeling, like them being completely enamored by me was the way to go. Like I thought like being worshipped and all that was like something that I needed, wanted, and spelled success for a relationship. Now I know it is not. Now, there is a guy that I met very synchronistically and everything. I just didn't care at this point. Like I was so deep in my meditation game that I just didn't think anything would come out of this. I remember when I met this person, I felt like I had seen them before. Really cool. Both of us had gone to the same high school. He knew the people that I was around. I knew the people that he was around, but our paths had never ever crossed. Ever. And turns out he's like basically, we live in the same neighborhood. Just like a string of coincidences brought us together for us to meet. So it really kind of felt like that little red string theory, but it didn't matter. I basically told him like, yeah, like I really like you and you're everything that I want, but one, you're a Pisces and it never works out between me and Pisces men, and two, all men have like a 3-month period, like literally on the 90-day mark. On the 90-day mark, they disappear. And I kind of told myself like, you know, I don't really want this pattern to repeat. And he promised me that he would not leave on the 90-day mark. Like he was so serious about me being someone important to him. He was so serious about like introducing me to his family. And on the 90-day mark is when I had a really big event, and it was really important for me that he come to this event so I can introduce him to all of my family and friends as someone in my life. You know, I was not ready to tell everyone this is my man, none of that. Just we're gonna take the next step and introduce each other to like the important people in our lives and just be more involved in each other's lives, right? Can you guess what happened? We had one, like every time we met, it was always super synchronistic, okay? Up until this point, like it just felt like all the stars aligned, every single thing was perfect. On the days that we met up, like everyone was in a good mood. It was magical, it was calming, it was beautiful. I will admit, like the very first date we went on, I just felt like there were some things that I was just intentionally trying to ignore because I wanted to like see the best in him. The one thing that I didn't like was he was putting his health on hold to spend time with me, which I didn't like. And he was just wearing khaki shorts or something like that, and I just didn't like his outfit, the way he put it together. That's so superficial, so I was trying to ignore it, right? And I think that was like the first and last date we ever went on, because during the time we were together, it's like every Friday we planned to like meet up and like play tennis together, and I would be like dressed up, ready to play tennis, and he would always end up messaging me like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like something came up. And it always felt like something would always happen where he would be too busy to see me, and it would frustrate me to no end. But I would keep telling myself like, whatever, just like be detached and whatever, right? I wasn't actively practicing law of assumption, but I was just trying to keep my spirits up and not manifest anything negative, because I at this point had felt like if I think negative thoughts, something negative will manifest and ruin everything for me again, because that's all I ever do, right? Just ruin shit for myself. I had such a negative like self concept at this time. I was so scared to even embrace my feelings, really think deeply about like why things are happening, and I didn't have the courage to see anything from a better perspective, because why would I? Everything in my life had went to shit up to this point, so why would I ever think anything positive about myself and love and relationship, whatever. Okay, I'm trying to get to like the end. Basically, the one day he was supposed to show up, problems started arising. This is the 90-day mark, okay? Like out of nowhere, shit hit the fan in his house. Like he just had a lot come up at once, and basically he was trying to tell me like, hey, I don't think this is gonna work. And I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? And I basically ended up telling him, this was like the night before my big event, we were like going back and forth, like arguing, because he was basically dumping me. And I told him, if you do not come tomorrow to my doorstep, then that's it. Like, we're done. Like, we're done. There's nothing, okay? Because up until this point, I was so frustrated that we couldn't really spend time together. I couldn't really explore this connection. We had such a good connection. He was everything I wanted in a person. I was supposedly everything he wanted in a person, and it wasn't working out. So I remember like full of tears, full of anxiety. Like there's so much going on in my life. Like I had family flying in from overseas. I had so much to plan for. I was planning this whole event with like, it felt like I was like bridezilla, honestly. Like I know that by the time I get married, I will be a full bridezilla. I was so stressed out with planning and making everyone happy and making sure this happens and this happens and the cake arrives and the decorations are perfect and my hair is perfect and make like everything right. And I'm like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm arguing with this man to just show up for me, show up for us. And I just remember doing a Hail Mary and just closing my eyes and telling God, like, God, if this person is not meant to be in my life, please make sure that he doesn't come to my event tomorrow. Because that was it. If he doesn't come to the event, like, that's it. You're nothing to me. You've proven to me that I don't matter to you. This man tells me like, okay, fine, I can't make it to the event, but I promise I'll show up in the morning and I'll help your dad and uncle like set up the event with you, okay? Like my uncle had flown in from overseas and it was like a whole thing. I told my family, okay, like this man can't make it to my event, but he will come in the morning to help us out, set up, because I just wanted to see him so bad. I missed him. And guess what happens, you guys? He wakes up violently sick. He wakes up with such a bad fever. He wakes up and he's like vomiting all over the place. And I'm like, oh my God, you better make it worth it. Like, you know, and he did literally everything instead of show up. He did everything instead of show up. Like he couldn't. He was so sick and everything. It just felt like all the stars had aligned for him to not show up. So you could imagine I was very frustrated, and after this happened, he basically ghosted me. And I told myself, okay, well, I'm gonna practice law of assumption just to prove that this shit works to manifest him back. Like, that's it. I didn't care about what had happened so far. I didn't care about the fact that maybe we really don't like each other. Maybe we're not good for each other. It does not matter. We were going to use law of assumption to bring this man back into my life. And trust me, I literally was manifesting like, oh, he's dreaming of me. Oh, like he can't stop thinking of me. Oh, I'm like, and everything I was manifesting he ended up telling me. I don't know if I have the screenshots anymore. If I do, I'll put them like right here so you guys can see. Everything that I wanted from him at like a distance was working. Okay, he was dreaming of me nonstop, and he told me he never dreams about girls like that. He was thinking me nonstop, and I don't know, like the excuse he made to not reach out was he thought I was so busy that it would be a waste of my time to message him. I know that law of assumption is real because I was manifesting something from this man, okay? We broke up, like, I think it was like May 24th or something. That was like the start of me deciding I'm going to manifest this man back. And I never manifested him back. Never. I never got my SP back, y'all. And I was begging the universe at this time, right? Because I was pretty like agnostic atheist, I think is what it is. I was begging the universe, like, why did you take this man out of my life? Like, why was he not meant to be in my life? He's so kind, he's so caring, he's so patient, he's so lovely, he's so like everything, right? Like, why was he not the one? Like, why did you remove him? Like, when I asked God, why did that prayer work? Why can't I manifest him into the person I wanted him to be? And for months there was no reply at all. There's no reply at all from God. There's no reply at all from anyone whatsoever. And I was so stuck. Okay. What month is it? It's like September. It's been like a year and a few months. A year and a season since all of this had come to pass. Okay. One of like my older sister friends get married. And I was looking through my old messages with her. And I found this message right here. I'm going to put it right here. And as soon as I read that first yellow part, it hit me. It hit me. Even before I decided this man was my SP, all the times, like I mentioned, like I would be ready on Fridays to hang out with him. And he would end up texting me like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm busy, I can't. God did not want me to be with someone that couldn't prioritize me. I had been begging God, like, why did you remove that man from my life? And it wasn't until like I started developing like a relationship with Jesus and God, it was by chance that I came across those text messages again, and I realized like, wow, this man was like he didn't meet me halfway. He didn't meet me at my 100%. The thing that's like really hard for me to come to terms with is that I'm a very different person when it comes to like what I want from life. I've only met one other person that wants the same things in life as me, and they're a guy. He's a few years younger than me. He's a very dear friend of mine, and he reminds me so much of who I was when I was his age. I've definitely changed a lot. Like, I'm not as like I'm still very competitive with myself. I'm a very competitive woman. However, hold on, my dad's calling. However, I do not seek the same treasures in life that I used to. But because of that, like, I expect a lot out of love as well. Like, if I'm an overachiever, I want to be matched an overachiever. And despite growing up in the Bay Area, I have not really found an overachiever that like I'm romantically interested in. I hope one day that'll be the case. Like, I literally live in the land of overachieving men. So, I don't know. I am still a girl looking for love. Who knows when I'll find it. I really want to meet my husband soon, and I already love him in advance. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Love you so much. Mwah!